You like online horror, I like online horror, but while you, my little sweet itty bitty kittens, might fancy horrors like the Mandela Catalog, the Backrooms, Local 58, just tell me your basic, look, the new matcha cafe just opened, why don't you head over there? I might be a bit more of an old head, an unk even. I fancy myself some YouTube horror and oddities. It gives me touches of nostalgia as a little lad absolutely shitting the bed from camcorder footage with a VHS filter on top of it. So today, we will experience once again the horrors lost to time.
I bite at the hand that feeds me, slap at the face that eats me. Some kind of animal cannibal. Animal cannibal.
Our first entry will totally contradict the title of this video. Probably, I don't know, I haven't decided on it yet. This entry isn't much so a YouTube horror per se, better titled simply as a horror in general. Let's take a look at this 1989 television broadcast. It's a standard broadcast, illegal drugs, medication, and simple yapping. The television station is ready for a weekend sign-off, and we end our broadcast off with a waving US flag and... pure silence, and the dark photograph of a young girl, Joanna Lopez, with bold text to the side simply stating, missing. And this is the closest thing we could get to a jump scare without it actually being one. A sudden flash to black, and then the eerie photograph. A single word telling a horrifying story. The features undefined, and a silent backtrack. The photo of Joanna being so creepy that for many years people on the internet were calling this a fake broadcast. Or as macabre as it may sound, a prank even. But the dark contrast is a typical thing for missing posters of the time. This image was most likely originally a normal photo presented to the news station by Joanna's parents, but the scanning methods of the time caused this eerie filter over the image. There were 4 separate recorded instances of the broadcast being aired over Chicago television, but the case of Joanna Lopez is still unknown. Many don't know if Joanna even existed, or whether the station provided the incorrect name, resulting in it not showing up in any national missing person databases. Some even theorize that the news station created a fake missing persons case for publicity, but the true answer we may never know again. Besides the horror of a child going missing, never to be found again, there's the horror that this was broadcasted during the station's sign-off, which would be around 4:55 a.m., which would be off until the station returned at 5:50 a.m. So there's most likely some people that had fallen asleep only to wake up before sunrise to see this haunting image on their television. It's December, almost the Christmas time. It's time to be jolly and all that. Let's see what Christmas spirit was going on during Black Friday of 2006. This was everything I would expect from a video uploaded 19 years ago. I remember seeing so many videos like this as a kid. Just a warning, don't try to look up this video. You will get a plentiful amount of porn. The music, the fact that the video isn't even centered, that fact is the scariest part to me. And oh, that's gore. That's gore of my comfort character. If only I could find more videos from this era. You don't know how many gore videos of Dora the Explorer and Thomas the Tank Engine would be on my YouTube feed. And that totally did not affect my development at all. Honestly, there's a lot of people that will post pics like these and say, I miss how Christmas used to be. But I feel like this video encapsulates Christmas pretty well if you grew up in the early days of the internet.
Sharon attracted violent men. Strangely, she had a way of making the violence seem like it was their idea.
If you were to ask what the closest thing you could get to a video representation to when you're violently ill while half awake in the middle of the night, the 1983 short film Possibly in Michigan, which is the only place where you would expect something like this to occur, would be the closest thing you have to this experience. The film follows two women being stalked by a masked man, while a funky beat plays in the background.
Arthur, who had been following them closely, was similarly disposed. The three of them had two things in common: violence and perfume.
If you're gonna stalk someone, at least be interested in their interests, why don't you? So keep being classy, Arthur.
Here smells great. Which one? Smells like Mother's crazy sister Kate. Oh, you think so? Yeah, I do. It smells so good.
The two women speak in a melodic way, recounting the woman who microwaved her dog, and it then exploded, killing both of them.
No, 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 silly. To dry it. No. But it exploded.
I mean, just look at these shots. It's very easy to just write this off as horror slop. You may interpret it that way if your media literacy is dead, but some of these cuts are very beautiful and the motif of the film is ever present.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Arthur takes on the various disguises, first disguised as a man, a donkey, a pig, and a frog, all animals that are preyed upon, before donning the mask of himself. A visage of decomposition is overlaid over her, a telling of her upcoming fate. Sharon, that's her name by the way, I don't know if I mentioned that, sees Arthur at her door and calls over her friend Janice, who has simply the worst gun handling I've ever seen. Arthur now dons the mask of a predator, attacking Sharon, and then performs the worst riz of all time.
You have two choices. One, I will eat you now. Or two, I will cut your arms and legs off, one by one, and eat them slowly.
Janice guns down the wolf. Does she have the proper licenses for wolf hunting though? And the two friends, they are just friends. Let me reinstate that. Totally nothing more. Share a nice meal together and oh, wait, they're eating him. The film was created by Cecilia Condit, who has been making these films for almost 50 years, her most recent being in 2021, which let me say I'm a big fan. Possibly in Michigan is by far the most well known and has the most banging song, but it's not the best of her work, at least in my opinion. But she really makes great films and I plan on making a video covering her other films. But does this work as a horror? Yes, just look at the comments. You see hundreds of people talking about the feeling Possibly in Michigan gives them. I'm really questioning how they filmed this. Did they shut down the mall for this film, or did they spawn in and everyone just watched it go down? The final horror we will be talking about is 01A51CD. Oh wow. random string of letters and numbers. Oh, that's so spooky. And I bet by just the channel title, you wouldn't be able to recognize what YouTube horror this is supposed to be. I mean, the title doesn't really stick to your brain, does it? Well, you would not be alone, as I didn't know the channel name at all, even confusing the channel for Meat Sleep when recalling the videos that scared me as a kid. Rather, I found the channel again by looking up woman in a bunny mask in front of a trailer, and wouldn't you believe it, that's exactly how I found it, by others also asking the same question. So let's see if this can jog your memory. I'll mute the audio a bit, but if you were on the internet around the time, this would be an image you would remember vividly, with haunting text up top. Yes, I flipped my monitor around to read it. How nice of you to visit our territory. A special gift is on its way, ending with a severed deer head. The screaming in the background was actually taken from a live broadcast of Robert "Dud" Dwyer when he committed suicide on television in 1987. Very edgy to use that audio. Hauntingly, though, the origin of this image has never been found. The channel follows a similar motif throughout the titles, such as the aforementioned video, "Welcome Back," "Watching You," "Did You See Us?" "Someone's Paranoid," most donning similar animal masks and imagery. Many videos end with the upside down text, "We are waiting patiently." Is this directed at someone? Maybe for us? Let me say, the audios from these videos are pretty disturbing, and if they're taken from similar sources to the Robert Dwyer suicide, most of these audios have chilling origins, and from the sound of them, they do sound very real. And the audio paired with the imagery does do something, especially watching this as a younger kid, before this type of stuff became more common. But then you come back to reality and realize you're watching the Wiggles bobbing up and down while there's hysterical screaming, and the horror starts to lose its effect. I mean, let me just dub over this video, and let's see if it has the same horror effect.
Yo, look at me, I'm like upside down and shit. Alright, bye.
Fuck, I'm so drunk. It was a crazy night outside recording me. Stop recording me, bro. I'm wasted.
Dude, I'm a crazy monkey. I'm a funny monkey, bro. I'm a crazy monkey.
I don't know why the monkey is so funny to me, especially knowing it's from the peanut vendor, and that kind of is what killed the horror for me. And you know what, despite the horror being somewhat lost to me, I can still appreciate it. This image itself burned itself into my mind for over a decade that I made a video just based on it, and this similar feeling is probably felt by various others still. So you know what, maybe you're not so bad after all. And I can give credit to the editing and effects, so here you can have your participation trophy. Hey everyone, it's me, Huemongoose again, and I want to thank everyone for 200 plus subscribers. I don't know how many I have right now, but I know it's more than 200 unless a bunch of people unsubscribe, but holy shit, I did not expect that. You know, my goal for the year's end was 150, and we're already way past that. We might even get to another goal before the end of the year, unless this video flops. But the support is great. I love this little niche we're going, the little old YouTube horror. So please recommend any horrors you remember as a child, and maybe I'll cover it. There'll probably be a little pause in uploads. So, you know, I gotta deal with fucking finals and shit. But expect a little holly jolly Christmas video. I'm still planning on it, so if you have any ideas, leave that in the leave that in the comments. But subscribe, show this to everyone, tell them, oh my gosh, Huemongoose is awesome, he's got a very sexy voice. Yeah, do that, send it to everyone, Alright, well, that's gonna be enough out of me. You'll probably hear from me again at Christmas. I'm probably gonna upload right on Christmas, so be ready for that. Okay, bye, I love you.